One of the most important things that led to my success this past summer was creating a mental avatar of who I was going against and who I was serving. So, we have videos talking about how you can really analyze your competitors and go in and dig down into their social medias, their product history, their whole business, and essentially dissect who they are. And I think it's everybody. So, we talked about that, but now, like, try to actually create a physical image in your head. Like, how old do you think this person is? How big do you think their team is? Okay, well, now you can do a little bit of game theory, and then, okay, who are the other competitors? So this past summer, I had some older gluttonous companies that they had lots of products and other things going on as well. So they weren't going to be willing to put in the time to make all these different variations and serve out all these different niches. They went after the one, and they were the best seller. You know, I wish I could have done it like them, but I didn't have nearly the capital, the team, the resources. So we were able to actually go out and serve all those other niches. Now, they had the highest selling listing, but I made up for it in other ways. And then the rest of it was 80% Chinese sellers or other people in East Asia that were doing very, these are cutthroat people. They didn't care about the health. They just wanted to make a quick buck. They were hijacking. They were selling products that could literally make people go blind. So I knew that those were my competition, okay? And I knew also, who the avatars of who I would serve, schools, even some governments I sold to. Then there was also the procrastinators. That's where I made a lot of my money, because I knew that there was going to be procrastinators. But at the end of the day, I really served the people that wanted once in a lifetime experience, and they wanted the best possible products that they knew would be safe and allow them to just enjoy that moment. And throughout my whole branding and my whole messages, I was even in the product instructions, me there smiling, wearing the goggles and stuff. It was really cool. And I was able to give them that good feeling of safety and assurance, and then give them the best Eclipse viewer. I focused on being made in America, being safe, having all my certifications, and really just all the branding I played into it that people, well, yeah, they could have gone and bought 20 glasses for $6, or they could have just bought, 6 for $12 from me when it started out. And it was okay, because I didn't need to fight the whole market. I just wanted to choose my set that I could serve the best. The people who are going to buy glasses and not care about their health and not do any research, and they're just buying on price. I didn't want to compete against those people. I wanted to protect those people, though, and I did everything that I could. But I knew that I should win long term by putting out my message and just literally having really good communication with my customers. And I have lots of wonderful emails that I got. Some people telling me like just how happy they were that they had my product, and that was like one of the best experiences of their life. And that's such a cool feeling to have. And so many people would defend. So Amazon took down my listings and said they weren't like safe or whatever, because they did that to like all the listings. And I literally had people emailing saying, I don't believe Amazon, I'm wearing these. So going over the authorities in the news and believing in me just because of how well I did my branding. So it's that combination of I knew who I wanted to serve, and I got them. And I let everybody else take the other parts. And by focusing on that, then it turns out that, finally the world got the world got news of it, and then they got rid of the bad people. So then it was just me and the only other guys that did a good job, but I was the only one that had really served out everybody. And so I was able to reap the benefits then. So having that idea of who you're competing with over here and here is really going to help you find your place in the market. So I hope that everybody, create those mental avatars. And then now it's, what would that type of person do? What would this type of person over here, they're going to do black hat. They're going to take shortcuts. This guy, he's going to do some, but he's not really going to go like all out. And so I said, well, I can be the guy that goes safe and all out. And that worked for me. So yeah, I hope that this is a helpful mental model to use, because at the end of the day, there's your competitors and there's your customers, and that's the name of the game here. Oh, and then there's Amazon. You got to deal with that, but we got videos on that later. I didn't make this clear enough in the initial video. When you are going through and making avatars of your competitors, I think that you should actually buy their products and see what their branding is, what their quality is. And that way you're really going to be able to find those holes in the market, and you're going to be able to much better serve your customers by really knowing who it is. Because it's pretty obvious to see when you look at that seller as a whole and you see what their branding and marketing, their packaging is. It's pretty easy to tell when the holes are, when you've got it all in your hands and you see it all on the Amazon page. So definitely a helpful thing to do to see what the market's like now and what it's going to be like in the future.